Welcome back to our Hours Walk. Hope you're doing well. We've got Tom with us on this week's episode to discuss that defeat to Derby County. Unfortunately, Jez and Lewis are ill this week. I think watching Wednesdays unfortunately made them made them that way. Hope you're feeling a little bit better than they are. Coming up this week, then, we're looking at this particular social media take from Neil this week. He says at the start of the season there was some fight there. They were united against Chansiri with the support of the fans. Now the fight against Chansiri is over. The fight seems to have left the players too. We're now barely laying a glove on teams. Can the takeover give some players some confidence? We're putting all that to Tom, of course. Also talking about penalty takers. Who's the best ever penalty spot taker that we've ever seen for Sheffield Wednesday? We're talking about the FA Cup draw. Could it have gone any better, any worse? And we're talking about two letters of the alphabet for I and J this week in terms of who gets in our Wednesday A to Z. No pressure, Tom, on your own, of course, with both of those. That first poster there, do you agree with them?
Yeah, I think just on the Derby game first, I think we were just so bad. Derby fans are also saying that, yeah, they're not exactly a great side and we made them look like prime Barcelona in the second half. I mean, I think we only had a couple chances, if that. But yeah, it seems the fight has just gone since Chansiri's gone. I think at least the fans and the players had something to work towards, at least a bit of unity. Now, yeah, we don't know where we stand. I don't think the manager's good enough. And with the point deductions as well, the players don't even have that 1% chance of maybe we could do something if we can get to January. Now it's just, season's over already. So until we get to January, maybe get a new owner, some new players, I don't see how we're really going to even put up a fight in the rest of the few games until then.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a bit of the Watford game midweek, and I thought you were quite good. I thought you did. I mean, it was obviously, poor goal to concede right at the end there, but it's Hillsborough a problem.
Yeah, I think also when it's I don't know how much it is, like 25 quid or something to go and watch some of these games where you just know you're going to kind of be up against it. And then the away fans kind of almost make it a home game. Yeah, at least in the away games, we can also set up. I think the manager knows that we're going to be up against it. So he goes a bit more defensive, which is what we need because we don't have any quality really anywhere across the pitch. So when we're at home and they give us the ball like Derby did, we're not going to do anything with it. I think we had 50% possession and yeah, we apart from Bannon, we have no players that can actually do anything. So the Watford one as well, obviously typical 97th minute, we're used to that. But yeah, it was one of those where it was kind of, I wasn't as disappointed as I normally would be. You just kind of go, thought we're going to lose anyway, played all right, doesn't matter at the end of the day. Yeah, I can't remember what we're on now, -9, I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, the Derby fans have had a right proper pop, haven't they, about the attendances, and
yeah.
all the United fans came out the woodwork again as well, saying, I thought the boycott was over and on all this. You can't blame people though, can you? Monday night, cold, wet, before Christmas, people are saving the money. It's on TV. You can't blame people, can you?
No, I mean, to go to that, I mean, you've got to have some commitment, I think, as well. We're at least when it was kind of to get Chancery out, there was protests and things like this, and now people are kind of probably just going to wait till the end of Christmas, save their money, and then hopefully have something to watch. Yeah, after January.
Yeah. About the manager then, let's just have a chat with what Daryl here says. He says, hopefully, as soon as we get a new owner, he replaces the present manager. The team last night was set up to struggle. Preston game, he played Jamal Lowe in the midfield and he was our best player on the day. Why play two up front? We're going down, so make it hard for opponents. Pedersen's got a tough task, but he is not up for it. And he's not up to it. So we've still got enough good players to pick up points. They just need organising properly. And I mean, we've spoken about it briefly on here, Tom, but I think Pedersen needs to go. I
Yeah.
really do. I don't see these players playing for him. I know it's difficult. He's got a hard job, but some of the decisions are just baffling.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope maybe in January if we were able to get a new owner, maybe some players just to get rid of him and just go, okay, we'll rebuild for League One because he clearly isn't good enough. I think he could be a coach maybe, but I'm not sure if he'd want to stay on and be a coach. But yeah, in some of the games, just also the press conferences, he's just I'm proud of the boys every time we get battered, and it's kind of like give a bit of tactical insight or a bit of fight or something. But if you look at it, I mean, we've only got when we play the youngsters, they look like our best players, but obviously they get injured because they don't have as much match fitness and things like this. But apart from Bannon, maybe Harry and Mass, And then up front, I mean, it's shocking. I mean, Cadamartri, he doesn't look up to the level. He tries hard, at least. It's someone who will put his body about, but he doesn't do anything. And then Jamal Lowe, I think, is kind of technically good, but he hasn't got any fight about him. So either we just, which is what we probably should do, is just sit deep and hope we can get some set pieces than trying to play out the back. Because even though Pierce Charles can do it, the defenders can't. So we're just running ourselves into trouble.
Yeah. Finally on the game last night, Phil says, Cooper's really, really bad pass and our own defensive halves in the first half started the flood. Why risk such a pass? We weren't in any danger, or he was otherwise forced to. I've been a supporter of Pedersen, but now starting to question his tactics and play. We don't have a team of star players, but we are much better than what we are showing. Yeah, I mean, this playing out from the back, I don't get it, Tom. I mean, it works in the Premier League when you've got star players, but surely we need to knock that on the head now.
Yeah, I mean, we got Dominic Iorfa, who's been shocking for the last few weeks, but all he is, he's kind of physical, he's fast, but he's not good on the ball. Cooper, he's kind of a head it and kick it. He's not good on the ball. And then Lowe is actually a left back playing at centre back, so you don't really want him getting on it. So, yeah. And the only issue is we don't have like a big man or someone like that we can just lump it up to. But I think at least Cadamartri can put himself about. I think you've just got to sit deep and then just kind of play the second balls and get the set pieces. But yeah, I mean, the playing out the back when Derby are pressing you is just... And I think it was maybe after 2-0. I think 1-0, we were playing crap, but you could maybe get back into the game. We go 2-0 down and then we go all out attack almost, and then they're just countering us constantly. And it's kind of, even though it's a bit defeatist, you might have to go, let's just take a 2-0, try get 2-1, and we've all gone home and then got battered. Which again, I'm not too sure on Henrik with that.
Okay. Since we last spoke, of course, the news has broken, we believe, that there are 3 bids currently being considered. The McAvoy Storch Consortium, Mike Ashley and James Board. Lots of fans have had their say on this, Tom. I'm keen to get your view on it. If this is correct, who do you prefer?
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly what I was hoping for when I think it was like 80 bids or something, or 10 real interests, and then now it's down to these 3. James Board, I mean, he was involved with Sheffield United, so I don't want to really go anywhere near him. The consortium, they've got money, but you don't really know exactly what they've been trying to bid for clubs, but I'm not sure if that's just to kind of put their name about. And then Mike Ashley, even though people are saying he's stable, he stabilises, but what he did to Rangers and then Newcastle at the end is like a red flag for me. So I don't really want any of them, but I kind of want to stay clear of Mike Ashley, even though some of our fans are saying he'd do a good job. I think, if you could guarantee that he'd only be there for a few years, then I'd take him. But if he'd be there to kind of just sell off all the assets and kind of did what he did at Rangers, then we're just going to be out of the frying pan into the fire again.
Okay. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What's the worst of those 3 options? Let us know. We'll read some of these out next week. We got the full team back. Cheers for that, Tom. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, if you can do, that'd be absolutely amazing. We know there's great Wednesday podcasts out there. This is just a small extra 20 minutes looking at social media takes, good and bad, from games. We've been talking about penalties this week, Tom, across the network, because there's been so many missed in the Championship this season. Far more than most. If I was to take your house keys and car keys from you and say, right, you're not getting them back until Wednesday players scored a penalty, who are you choosing, past or present, to step up and take that kick on behalf of your possessions?
Yeah, I'd definitely choose Michael Smith. I think I can't remember how many he scored in League One, but then also in the Peterborough playoff game, and then a few times in the Championship last year. I can't remember how many it is, but he didn't miss one for us, and he was no messing about. It was bottom corner each time. I think he's got one for pressing as well, if I'm not mistaken. But if we had someone like him, he's maybe a squad player in the Championship, but right now he'd be someone that we'd really need as kind of target man.
Yeah. Does it surprise you that Preston aren't very enamoured with his performances so far? And he's definitely not getting ahead of Jefferson or Zmajevic when he returns.
Yeah, I mean, he is at his age now. He's always been a kind of maybe lower Championship player, but right now at his age, he's maybe a squad player at best. But for us, he'd be starting. I mean, also they have Paul as well, who's coming off the bench, who's doing all right for them. But same thing. Before he'd be a squad player, and now he'd just walk into the side.
Yeah. Okay. You ever had to take a penalty under pressure yourself? Are you a smash it as hard as you can or a placer?
Yeah, it's only kind of Sunday league or some other games, but yeah, it depends on the keeper and who you're playing against. I think if it's a high level game, then just hit it as hard as you can. If not, then have a bit of fun with it.
Okay. We've had the FA Cup draw, of course, since we last met as well. I know you were hoping for big things. What was your reaction to what you got?
Yeah, it's not what you kind of want either the worst team in the kind of draw, or you want a big Premier League game away. It's Brentford, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, yeah. And then even their B team is gonna, and as well the fans were. If we got a bigger team, even if they play a better team, the fans will be up for it. The players will be up for it. We might get something where with Brentford, no one really cares anyway. Um, yeah, it's one of them. At least it wasn't Coventry, but I was hoping for Liverpool, Man United kind of thing. But yeah.
Okay. Finally, this week we'll be doing the A to Z of Sheffield Wednesday. We're up to letter I and J. We're throwing J in there as well because I's a little bit tricky. Have you got anything for either, Tom?
Yeah, I know for Jay at least, like we have quite a few. Jermaine Johnson, I think, bit of a cult hero back in the day, and then also, Josh Windass, of course, who scored a lot of important goals for us, and we could do with him right now. From what I can think of, EK Ugbo, not exactly.
No.
Yeah.
We can't go there.
I'm not sure.
Right.
Not sure what we're gonna do with that, but yeah.
Okay. Surnames begin with I, please. Hopefully some Wednesday historians will be watching. Who'll be screaming at the screen now, going, they forgot about them. Help us out with that. We might need to get Jez on that next week, won't we? When he gets back from illness. Let us know, Jez, if you're watching. Right,
I don't think
cheers.
he'll be happy with Ugbo, at least.
I don't think he'll be wanting Ugbo anywhere near any 8% of Sheffield Wednesday history. Not with all the classic legends we've put in there already. Right. Cheers, Tom. Thank you very much. Enjoy the game this weekend. We'll be back for one more record as we count down the very best and the worst of 2025 with you next week. Join us for that, and thank you very much for your company this week. Thanks so much. This has been Where's Owls Walk.